Welcome to the recently returned Jerry Anderson Daily Podcast, which today demonstrates that no matter how long the podcast is missing, it will remain exactly the same when it returns. Let's see, where will we start? What did I watch on television last night? I watched Downton Abbey.
I watched The Queen's Palace.
With your woman with the big nose? Fiona Bruce. Well, she's got a big nose.
I enjoyed
Fiona
it.
Bruce.
I enjoyed seeing her in the big nose.
She always looks as if she's mad.
Oh, God forgive you.
No, she always looks as if she's completely mad. She's like Joe, what do you call the other one? Joe Wiley. She's like that too. She's scary. Do you ever, when she looks at, she goes, there's been an uprising in Libya. And she looked at you. Remember what people used to say about people in, what do you call Seamus McKee? People used to say about Seamus McKee, whenever he told you something on the news, whenever he read the news, he always made you think it was your fault.
Really?
But she's always the same. There's been an uprising in Libya. In other words, why did you do that?
Well, it's true. Now that you say that, I can see that.
There's a sexy look.
Yeah.
And she just looks, and she narrows her eyes a bit and goes, no, the Queen's Palace is good.
I went from that to Colonel Gaddafi. That was my viewing last night.
That's a fair leap.
Was it a fair leap, all right?
Well, I watched Downton Abbey. I think it was recorded. It was on Sunday, wasn't it?
I don't
Downton Abbey. I don't like Downton Abbey. It's like a pantomime.
That's the one they all dress up.
Yeah, they can't help dressing up. It's 1910 or 1914.
I don't like it. No,
it's kind of wearing clothes that people wear in 1914.
Yeah.
But there was so many ads, and I said to myself, what are all these ads like being in America? No, on TV in America, it's the ratio is 18 minutes of programming and 12 minutes of ads. That's what it is in America.
Well, funny you should say that. Because when I was watching Gaddafi last night,
yes,
when they went to the first break,
right,
it was like a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Mm-hmm. But the second break was much longer.
That's right.
And the third break was even longer.
That's right, yeah.
So what's the thinking there?
It's turning into America. You see, everything that happens in America that's bad that you noticed years ago is now happening here. Staying on the subject of television, Noel Thompson again offends, again unwittingly. What's a man to do? He sits down, reads the news to the best of his ability, a decent man, doing a job that's necessary. He doesn't deserve this unwarranted and often seedy abuse.
If you could do something for me on Friday when you're in Belfast, you talk to all the big TV people.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Oh, now, there's the news at 1 o'clock-ish or 1:30, whatever, on television.
Yes.
And Noel will introduce us from time to time. No. Right? And I don't like it the way Noel sits with his legs open and his hands dangling down beside his knees.
Well, you see, that's your problem.
And he talks, he's like a man,
Go on, say it.
No, he's like a man having...
Go on, say it.
Constipated.
Say what you mean. Yeah, like a man sitting in the toilet.
It looks bad.
Exactly, like a man sitting on the...
What's he doing sitting? Why did they put Noel on a big...
Maybe it's a commode.
It's a big bus bench. It's a big red bench.
Yeah.
And he sits there.
Stop.
And it's no good.
Don't go any further.
All right.
It might be a commode. Maybe he's got a problem. He might have the runs. The Montezuma's revenge. Anyway, never mind that. The number to call if you want to contact this programme, we've already started. What time is it? We've already talked about diarrhea. It's 9... What's the number? 08459... Oh, sorry, if you want to contact this programme, 08459 555 678. Email address is jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. And the text... I know that's too fast, but I'll just do it again. jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. And the text... Freudian slip. Text messaging service is 81771. A man writes to me about...
I shouted at Frank Mitchell last night.
Pardon?
I shouted at Frank Mitchell last night.
I think more people should shout at Frank.
I shouted at 10:30.
What did you shout at him for? Because I hate the way he comes on and tells you he's going to tell you what the news is like what the weather's going to be like later. Why doesn't he just tell you there and then instead of waiting?
No.
You'll find out later what the weather is.
But sure, Cecilia does that too.
She does that as well.
They all do that.
But why do they go on at all?
But why do they think we're all sitting on tenterhooks waiting for the weather?
Tenterhooks?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Why do they think that?
I don't know why they think that. A gentleman has brought my attention to something...
But I shouted at him when
Can't you hear me talking here?
I know, but when he having been away for a couple of weeks...
Why did you shout at him?
And you miss... When he says, that's all your weather for me, Frank Mitchell, I said, McGrory!
But you see, that's not his name. His name is Frank Mitchell. His name used to be Frank McGrory, but he changed it. Now, you can't insist that he uses his old name. You can't insist on that.
Why not? Because it's changed by Deepole.
He's changed his name.
By Deepole.
I don't know what he's done.
I shouted at the TV, it's safe now! That's what I shouted at him.
The troubles are over.
I said, what's this Mitchell bit?
You're no longer a target.
For God's sake.
Stop it.
That's what I
Stop
said.
this. Stop this. Stop this now. The world is rapidly changing around us, but at what price? What of personal freedoms? Freedom of choice and the liberty to make wrong decisions that will reverberate to everyone else's detriment. Why are we not allowed to be nuisances like everybody else, like they used to be? So, Jerry, now you can't even have a glass of wine with your overdone steak in a restaurant or a quick half pint on the way home because they'd make you a drunk driver spreading death and destruction along the roads of Ulster. Well, you see, this is a moot point. You see, what's happening now is that the zero tolerance, you know about this. You can't drink at all now, hardly. If you take a half a pint, you'll probably be over the limit.
But it's not the law.
Well, it will be the law soon.
That's good.
I know it's good in many ways, but in other ways, it's
it's good.
Zero tolerance is great, but
No, they can't have it zero. They can't have it zero.
Well, it's zero tolerance in all but name.
Yes.
In other words, if you can't even have a half a pint, really. If you have a half a pint of beer or a glass of wine, you go out and drive, you're nicked. That's it.
Yeah,
Whereas before, you had a chance of getting away with it.
No, well, as I say to you, you've been a drinking man.
Yes.
What good? What's the point in having a half a glass of beer
Well,
and
you
then
see,
driving the car?
You know,
It's
real
no-
drinkers will always tell you that one drink only annoys them.
So why take a half a glass?
Because there are people in this world, Sean, who are not like us. People who are not alcoholics.
I'm all
people
for
who
this
like,
law.
No, there are people out there who like the taste of alcohol. There are people out there who have a meal and they have a glass of beer. You know the way you and I couldn't do that.
I need a glass of milk.
No, but we can't drink along with...
No.
See, our culture, we were never brought up to drink wine with a meal.
No.
Wine is this thing you drink after it, you see, or before it, but not during it.
No.
You know what I do? And I know it's a fault of the way I've been raised,
Right.
you know, the culture within which I've been nurtured.
Yes.
If I go into, no matter what restaurant it is, I order a bottle of wine, right? And then I drink about 2 glasses of it, right away. You know, to get the wee buzz before your meal comes. Right? And then when the meal comes, I say, could I have a glass of water, please? Then I have a glass of water. Then I eat the meal, and all during the meal, I drink the water with the meal. And everybody else is drinking the wine with the meal, but I can't do that because it makes me sick.
Horrible.
And then after the meal,
Yeah.
but you see, this is the civilized way. The civilized way is that you sip the wine to clear your palate.
But you see, I feel the same way about water.
No.
I can't drink water with a meal.
No, well, what do you drink then?
Milk. Has to be milk.
Well, I used to drink milk, but I got out of that because it curdled in my stomach.
Oh.
What actually happens is the wine performs the function of clearing your palate, so that you're able to taste your food all the better the next mouthful that you jam into your gob. Anyway, so I know that this is a cultural lapse on my part, and I know I've been, you know, you'd be with sometimes people who are, you know, kind of, you know, a wee bit more cultured than you are. I see them looking at me when I don't drink the wine with the meal, but drink water. And they realise, that fella's from a working class home. But you know something, Sean? I'm afraid of it. And I'm proud of it. Weddings are like no other social occasions. Things happen at weddings that should only often be whispered about. But what if a man goes to a wedding and comes home wearing different apparel? What's a mother to do? Phone this programme. That's what.
My son was wearing a Remus suit. It was a silver grey, and the jacket was size 38 regular.
38 regular.
And unfortunately, on Sunday, when I went to hang up his jacket and put it away,
It wasn't there.
the suit, the jacket was a different jacket from the actual suit.
Sounds to me as if there was a little drink
So
involved.
he had someone else's jacket.
Someone else's jacket. Someone
Yeah.
else's heart. Well, a little drink involved, perhaps.
Well, a little.
Come on, a little drink involved, yeah.
Yeah.
No man has ever come home with the wrong jacket sober.
No.
Because you know right away when you put your coat on. What size is he normally? Is he a 38 regular?
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have noticed it so much.
He actually had a jacket home with him. He walked into the hotel and lifted a jacket and brought it with him.
Was any money in it?
No.
Pity. So there's a man walking around with a jacket that's not his.
Well, someone, the suit could have been put away and
Yes.
maybe no notice was taken of the difference in colour.
No notice was
But
taken.
his was a silver grey
All
suit.
right. Okay.
Size 38 regular.
38 regular.
Someone else perhaps has his jacket was the wrong jacket,
so
and
that's a
it wasn't
possibility.
their suit either. So,
And no malice aforethought, no evil doing, just a straight mistake.
Yes.
And may not have even noticed it. May have went home and hung it up on the wardrobe.
yeah, exactly.
All right then. So anyone out there who went to that wedding, when was it again?
It was on Saturday, the 17th of September in
Yes.
Dungiven.
Dungiven.
And the reception was in the Tullyglass House Hotel in Ballymena.
All right then. Okay, we'll
So
keep an
I
eye
have
out for
two
that.
mobile numbers. If anyone would check, their suit and discover that they have a wrong jacket, I have two mobile numbers that they could either leave a text, send a text or leave a message to contact them.
All right. Okay, we'll do that. We'll yes.
No, I have to ask a question.
Are you a man who ever went home from a wedding with the wrong coat?
No, but Mary, I have to ask you this, Mary.
Yes.
What were you doing hanging up his suit?
What was I doing hanging up
why
a
did you not
suit?
hang up his own suit?
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Well, maybe the day after a wedding, we're not just
found it in
informed for looking about a suit or hanging up a suit or
You found it in the floor of the hall, didn't you?
discovering if you've got the right jacket or not.
You found it hanging over the banisters, didn't
Yeah.
you? Didn't you? Yeah. And one shoe in the stairs, and the other shoe in the toilet. I know. Yeah, good. The presenter unaccountably breaks into song with alarming regularity. This is regarded with suspicion by a staff who labour on the programme, a staff who have been to hell and back and know not what corners into which this tuneless warbling will lead. Now, gentleman, Wally Crow, was it? Who was it yesterday on talking about names of towns?
Wally Crow.
Was it Wally Crow?
Yes.
What's wrong with him?
Well, he's mad.
He's
Everybody
off his
knows
head
that.
completely.
Yeah.
A gentleman actually listened and enjoyed this.
Yes.
And he said there are certain things that we don't do too often. For instance, it's better to, if as you get local towns, sing them. Sing the names of local towns to well-known tunes. And he wants me to sing Coal Island to the tune of Volare. Coal Island, oh, Coal Island, oh, del blu, di pinto, di blu, belice, estate lassù, che ti preto, ti caldo, ti sviti, di prato, ti caldo, ti vita, Coal Island, oh.
Leonard's on one.
Actually, you're no fun. You're the same as Nolan. You've gone down that road. You're dull. No cracking you. I remember the time you would have joined in.
I couldn't get the right.
I had no fun in you. It's that holiday ruined you. Lying on the beach. Dulled your brain. I'm the only one that's any fun in here. Hello, good morning. Is there someone on the line?
Yes.
Is it 2 or 1?
2.
Thank you. 2. Back tomorrow. Thank you for listening.